Hi, everybody, and good morning. Finally, I'm getting the date right, getting the time right. It's Saturday, June 6th, 2020. All right, and in this video today, we are working on wiring, right? Just generic wiring. This is pretty much the view that you're going to have. I'm working up not only power cords, but all kinds of wiring for the fuselage bundle, right? Um, the decision I'd made was to kind of segregate all of the different types of wires, right? So data wires are bundled together on the left and the right sides of the fuselage. That's great. And I try to also keep the power separate, and it are in their own bundles. So if you look here, you can see a lot of red and black wires, and you can see that I am also smartly labeling them all judiciously. So, uh, as I've said, wire bundling, it is an art, as one of the commenters has said. And part of that art is remembering that as you're wiring a bundle, I just take my little shrink wrap printer and I print out about 6 different copies of, you know, you know, like label it like, get a red wire and a black wire and call it, pitot heat power, just for example. Great. I print out 6 copies of that says pitot heat, and I spread them all the way down that 2 pieces of wire and shrink wrap it on everywhere I can. It's important because you never know when you're looking at when you're looking at a bundle of wire halfway between the panel and the wing. It's like, what's this do? Oh, look! Thankfully, I labeled it. So yeah, that's what you're seeing me doing, and I will say that it has worked. So keeping the different types of bundles separate, or wire bundles separate, is definitely helping. Oh, there goes a big king air flying by. Okay, so while you're watching me do that, because this is pretty much all I'm doing for the entire video, we're gonna have a little bit of rant time. Okay, and it's gonna be just an easy one, all right? All the civil unrest and protests everywhere. I understand people are upset, but there are other people attached to these that are bad, like looters. Okay, that's a good example. To the looters, you. You ought to just be shot on sight. You know, and I think that's a problem in society at large. It used to be if you stole a horse, you were hung. Right? Horse thieves were hung. Looters should be hung. Now, I know it doesn't send the right message, and it makes us look like a bunch of barbarians. But you know what happens when you hang people that steal horses? People don't tend to steal horses as much. Right? And I'm not talking about someone that's like skipping out on a $2 cup of coffee at a Denny's. I'm talking about someone that is preying upon the state of civil unrest to steal on purpose from you, me, and everybody else. So, yeah, I'm saying it. Hang them. Hang the looters. Let's see, who else? Yeah, I actually don't have anything else. I've actually re-recorded this section about 10 times because I've been trying to... I want to talk about what's happening out in the world, but there's no way to do it without people just getting weird and calling you a racist. If I support the cops, I'm a racist, somehow. If I support the protesters, I'm an anarchist? Like, there's no way to not get involved with this. And here's the problem. Okay, here's the other rant. To people saying that silence is complicity and that complicity is racist, fuck you. You don't know anything about me. How dare you make blanket statements about giant swaths of society just because you're upset? Okay? I've said it before, I'll say it again. I don't have a racist bone in my body. None. Zero. Right? In my mind, you are all equally worthless. I do, however, have a problem with a lot of people's cultures. But that's not racist, right? Because I could have been raised in a different culture than my normal race is. Does that mean if someone has a problem with the way that I do stuff because of the culture I was raised in that they're racist? No. Can anyone understand that sentence that I just tried to describe? No. Look, if you sacrifice chickens in church, I got a small problem with that. Now, is that a racist statement? You tell me. If you light your ancestors on fire, or your dead relatives on fire, and push them into the same river where you wash your clothing, and, well, coincidentally, everyone also pees and poos in there, is that, I have a small problem with that. Now, I'm not going to join you with it, and I'm also not going to allow it to happen into, the water system that I use. So yeah, look, if that's racist, please let me know. Okay, just more wiring done. Oh, God, this just got me so upset. I hate to see civil discord in in America. It makes me so very low. So anyway, I'm gonna go off and do something more fun than this. So thanks for joining me, everyone. See you soon.